Hello everyone. Hope that you all are doing well. So here we are with our new course, Directors, and this is the introductory video. So if you are already assigned to the few courses from our LMS, then you directly aware about that. Every course has some kind of a structure. It has some sections, and every section is grouped with some similar kind of a concept. And each section has some quiz and assessments. But in case directors, we are only assigning some assessment per section, and there will be a final quiz, which is based on all the mentioned sections. So the first section is a director's introduction. And in the director's introduction, you will get what exactly the director says, how you will do the self-hosting. You can access directors by means of a cloud, by means of uh, our cloud, and then there are the some self-hosting techniques, okay, with the help of a Dockers and Node.js. Next is some introduction about the Data Studio app. Mostly this introduction cover each and everything about the Directors. So then Directors platform overview, how exactly you will create a data model of a particular uh, database, and then there are introduction about how you will create the collection, fields, and relationships. Next is obviously data directors provides us some uh, data studio app, okay, which is totally based on a GUI, and obviously uh, basic things are we already covered in a director's introduction section. So in a data studio app, we are covering concepts like flows, webhooks, and presets and bookmarks and roles and permissions, which is totally based on a GUI base. Now, next section is now, if you cover Data Studio app and Directors introduction, these two sections, then you can directly work on a Directors. This much part is sufficient for it. But if you want to access Directors by means of your code, by means of Node, then obviously you need some kind of a APIs, and that is covered in the API set 1 and 2. So where we only provided the links for the related tutorials, because obviously you will just copy paste that thing and you will use that concepts in your coding. But mostly whatever you want to do, you can access or do by means of a Data Studio app. But still, if you want to do it in the form of code, then there are the API references. Then there is some how to do the import exports and extensions. So some things are not there, and if you want to add it externally, then extension you need to add in a directors. So that thing covered in a this particular section. So mostly our products are in the Next.js. So we cover that concept in the Next.js and the directors. The next one is the directors AI and use cases. So these use cases are lots of use cases are available. So they created demo apps. There are on their YouTube channel, you will be able to see 100 out of 100 kind of a series, and they created clone of every application in a direct. So that will be really useful if you go through it. The basic use cases we have covered here, but still, if you want to acquire or access some new use cases, you just visit the director's channel on a YouTube. So here it is. The basic reason is the API references sets is not recorded. Is like as a developer, you have a different requirement and scenario. So based on that, we just get provided the link for that references, and you can access it. One more thing I want to mention that you can use a GraphQL. Okay. So with the API references, you can access the data by means of a GraphQL, and which is really fast and accessible, properly accessible. So you can, there are the options. So when you visit um, any, wait a minute, let me show you. Uh, okay, global parameter and filter rules. So here is the reference link, which is the tutorial. on a director's side. So if you visit this, so global query parameters and the fields are like dynamic and many-to-any and all these things are there. So when you visit this thing, you can see there is a REST API related coding, then there is a GraphQL, how you will access, there is a SDK form. So based on your requirement, there are the examples also given over here. So based on that, you can just use it. Okay. So GraphQL and SDK and REST. So all these things are available in a three-way. You can access the APIs of Directus. So here it is. And the basic reason for creating the quiz for all the course one quiz, because when we are calculating some kind of a percentage, and at that time it will be little difficult for us. So for this particular, again, it's an optional course. So for this particular course, we consider to create assessments and the quizzes, only one quiz we have assigned to it. So hope you will get to know about Directus by means of this course. And if you have any queries, we will discuss it in further Q&A sections. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.